Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle, and on this particular day I actually got a late start, so I woke up early to go vote and avoid those lines, and by the time I came back it was about 11:30, but I figured it would still be a good idea to show you all how I plan to maximize my day. First things first, I love starting each and every single day with a specific morning routine. So I usually wake up, make my bed, spend quiet time with God, eat breakfast, and then get ready. Personally, doing my morning routine makes me feel like I've already accomplished something and sets me up to have a good, successful, and productive rest of my day. I'ma buy you a drink, I'ma take you home with me, be in the bed like ooh, ooh, ooh. I am so lonely. Oh shoot, I have nobody all on my own. Hey y'all, so it is currently 1:12 p.m. and now that I am officially freshened up and ready for the day, the next thing that I'm going to get into is making my to-do list. At the top of my list, I have a section that says top priority, and then at the bottom I say maybe. For top priority, I'm just gonna pick like 3 or 4 things that absolutely need to get done like today. And then under maybe, I put anything else that, I might get the chance to get to if I have time, but if I don't get to it, it's not the biggest deal. Like the world is not ending, okay? So top priority, I have clean bathroom. Another thing I want to do is pick up my glasses because child, they just came in today and I'm so excited. And then I'm also going to add to finish filming this video because I'm technically not finished yet and I just want to be able to cross it off. Another thing I was thinking about doing today is getting my eyebrows done because baby, these brows, they need some work. However, that's going to be kind of based on my sister's schedule. She's in virtual college, so not exactly sure what her schedule's looking like. So I'm just going to add it under maybe because it's not something that's completely pertinent to my day. Did I use that word right? I don't know. If I did, just let me know. Now that we have our to-do list written, we actually have to go about accomplishing it, of course. For today, what do I want to do first? Usually I like to clean my bathroom in the night. Like I kind of get a vibe going. I listen to music and all that good stuff. So I'm going to save that for later. And I think I'm just gonna go pick up my glasses because I'm really excited to try them on, honestly, and that's just a super quick thing to do. And then I am going to come back and probably just finish giving you all some tips and walk you through the rest of my day. So let's go get my glasses, friends. Don't judge me, y'all, but I started listening to Christmas music November 1st, and right now I'm currently listening to Tori Kelly's Holiday album, and baby, like, she can sing for the Lord, let me tell you, honey. Like, I'm about to jam to this all the way to get to my glasses. So that's what we will be listening to, and that's it, period. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and open these up. Don't know how I'm gonna do this with one hand. Oh my goodness. Boom! There they are in all their glory. Look at that. I will go ahead and try them on when I get home so that we can see them in full effect, but that's it for now. Hey folks, so I made it back home and these are my glasses. Let me know what you think. I think they're really cute. I like the kind of cat eye ordeal, so I'm excited about them. But I'm also here, let me not get off track, to give you 2 more tips for the day. So our next tip is to manage your time with personal deadlines. And basically what I mean by this is, say you have like a pretty decent sized project that you're working on, right? So for me, I usually have to edit 1 to 2 videos every week. And if you've ever edited a video, you know that that takes a lot of time. I'm definitely like a type A personality. So a lot of times when I edit, I kind of tend to get over focused on like the real tiny details that probably no one will end up noticing. So much so that sometimes I end up kind of wasting time by kind of over analyzing each and every single detail. Something that I started doing recently to kind of like rectify that is, say like I start editing a video at 1 o'clock. So I will be like, all right, I want to get it all cut together, just like the rough cut, by 2 o'clock, period. Like I can't go past 2 o'clock whatsoever. And then I'll say, like if I have to do a voiceover for some different parts, then I'll say, okay, I want to accomplish that by 2:30. And then after I do my voiceover and stuff, I'll say, okay, I want to have like my music and any sort of like effects added by 3 o'clock. And then last but not least, I want to have it uploaded and on YouTube and my whole description box and stuff filled out by maybe like 4 o'clock. So I kind of like plan it out. I'll either do it in my head, but it can also be really helpful to write it down as well. So that way I can kind of keep myself again on track and I don't have to worry about wasting time on things. And it's honestly been really great. I love doing that, and I'm definitely learning how to stay on track. The next tip that I would give is that really if you're working on something that maybe takes a lot of time, like editing for example, or you're just studying, doing homework, anytime like that, or anything like that, to really just make sure that you are constantly kind of changing positions or changing the location that you're working in. One, like it can be just really unhealthy to sit in the same place all day. So kind of like shifting positions, getting up, moving to a different room to work, that really helps kind of like get the blood flowing again and stuff like that. But for me, I think it also kind of like re-sparks my brain and kind of gives me a little bolt and like really helps me kind of refocus, because if I'm in one place too long, then I kind of just start to get tired and groggy. And so being able to change to different locations, even literally if it's just like the room right next to this one, it makes so much of a difference. So speaking of changing positions, I'm actually going to change positions right now and transition into doing the next thing on my to-do list, which is hanging up some of the laundry that I washed yesterday. So I'm currently in my closet right now, but honestly, I'm feeling very, very parched and slightly lightheaded. I think partially due to the glasses, they're kind of giving me a headache. So I'm gonna go get some water, but I just wanted to say that that is definitely another tip. Like sometimes I am guilty of kind of like working myself to the bone and not taking a break to like eat or make sure I'm hydrated. So I would say if you really want to maximize your productivity, like it's so important that you take those breaks. I know sometimes it's like, oh, but I just have to work through it. But again, like food, water, it really is meant to give you energy and the nutrients that you need to make it throughout the day and to have a productive day. So it's really important that we don't forget those things. All right, y'all, the snack had a snack and now I honestly do feel so much better. So we're gonna keep going. Like I said, the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and hang up / fold my clothes. But before we do that, I just wanted to get into another tip, which is to listen to any sort of like motivating music or podcast, stuff like that while you work. I know for me, it's kind of very similar to working out. I don't like working out in silence. I love music, especially music that I just love to dance to and sing to. Like it really does kind of keep me motivated and encouraged to keep going and stay focused. And it's the same thing when I'm working on like actual work things, like having the music, it just keeps me just like sane and grounded, and I'm able to kind of like sing along to that in my head and get work done at the same time. I know it's not necessarily always an option at all jobs, but especially if you are like working at home or doing office jobs, if possible, maybe turn on some music. All right, y'all, so I wrapped up my laundry. This is what we're looking like. I folded mostly t-shirts and tried to like color coordinate them. I'm really big on like color coordinating my closet. Now that we are finished with that, I am going to go ahead and take a much needed lunch break because your girl is hungry. And then after that, we will get into a few more tips. I'm back. And I just wanted to check in with y'all and give y'all a few more tips. The next one is to wake up early. I remember one time I heard someone say, like, sometimes if you don't have time, you have to make time. And so that's kind of how I've started to think about things. Like, I used to wake up, since quarantine started, around like 9, maybe even 9:30 sometimes, and I would go to bed kind of later. But I slowly started transitioning, and now I always try to wake up sometime between 7 and 8. And depending on what I know that I have to do the next day, that's kind of how I'll determine what time I wake up. But I definitely have found that I've been a lot more productive, and it honestly just makes sense. Like, at the end of the day, if you have a lot of things that you have to do, but you're waking up between like 10 and 11 o'clock every morning and going to bed at like 10 p.m., like, you can't expect to get all that stuff done, and probably to not be overwhelmed. So I think waking up early is great. The next thing that I would recommend is identifying your most productive time of the day. So, like I said, I wake up early not only to get more stuff done in my day, but also because I find that my brain is the sharpest in the morning. So it's just easier for me to, again, wake up early in the morning. However, I do actually have a couple of friends that are night owls. For them, it makes a lot more sense to stay up later at night because that's when their brain is the sharpest. But again, you have to be able to self-identify and find those hours that work well for you. And then once you do find that, then I recommend that you use those hours to maybe just like get the most work done, or maybe to try to accomplish the hardest tasks, because again, you know that that is going to be the time of day that you can really focus and work to the best of your ability. All right, so with that being said, it is, let's see, 4:28, and my sister and I have our eyebrow waxing appointment at 5:05. And if you recall, the eyebrow appointment was on my maybe list of things that I wanted to do. So we're making really great time. But other than that, all I have to finish doing is cleaning my bathroom and, of course, filming this video. Finishing that would be the last thing that we accomplish. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Hey peeps, so I got all my cleaning supplies and I still have 2 tips left, so we are going to go ahead and hop into the first one right now, and then we'll get to the last one after we finish, getting this bathroom situation together. So for the one that I want to talk about now, basically it is to think about taking a day of rest every single week. So for me personally, a day of rest literally is just that. Like, you don't do work whatsoever. You try not to think about anything work related. Like, you don't answer any emails, phone calls, text messages, anything, like, period. Obviously, that's kind of like what the weekend is supposed to be for and what days off are supposed to be for. But unfortunately, I feel like we just sometimes get caught up in everything that we have going on, that sometimes it is hard to actually like take those days and use them for yourself to just rest. So I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, let's get to cleaning, y'all. And like I said, I will be back with the last tip at the very end. Okay guys, this is the finished product and everything just looks so much better and nice and shiny and clean. And honestly, this is kind of a bonus tip that I didn't even think about, but one thing for me, like, when I am working in like a dirty, messy environment, that definitely makes me feel even more stressed and overwhelmed, and I think kind of like throws off my productivity. So this is actually a bonus tip. Like, make sure that your environment is clean and just welcoming and like feels good to be in, because if you're going to be working in it for a while, like, you definitely want to create an environment that is conducive to the type of work you're doing. And now for the last actual tip, I'm going to wrap things up in my bedroom, so I will see y'all there in just a second. Woo, y'all. We made it. Let me tell you, I'm so ready to just relax and just chill the rest of the day. But of course, gotta give y'all this last tip before we head out. And that is to always be mindful / remind yourself of the big picture, which includes your goals and your vision for doing what you are trying to accomplish. I think everybody has a certain reason for doing the type of work that you are currently doing, whether you're at your current job just to make enough money to save up and kind of move on to a different position, or you're doing an internship that doesn't pay you anything, but you're there for the experience. Like, find that thing that is really going to motivate you. Like, ask yourself for real, like, why am I doing that? I'm not gonna lie, there are many days when I just do not feel like making a YouTube video, and I just be like talking to myself like, sis, why are we even doing this? Why did you start a YouTube channel? Like, do we have to record a video today? And like, I start kind of asking myself all these questions. However, the thing that always keeps me motivated and that makes me say, all right, you know what? Forget about how I feel. I gotta do this. I gotta get this work done, is my vision. All of this consists of my YouTube vision. And like I said, anytime I'm kind of like tripping and like I really don't feel like doing my work today, I always just remind myself of what I'm trying to accomplish and what I believe God is trying to accomplish through me and through this channel. So those are all the tips that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Definitely comment below to let me know what some of your favorite tips were, or some of the different tips and hacks that you currently use to make sure that you stay productive. Thank you for joining me today. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. And until next time, bye y'all.